Hello, and welcome back to Word Unlocked. I'm Jake.
And I'm Sarah. And today's word is a strong word, a determined word. It says, "This is happening, no matter what, no matter who objects, no matter what gets in the way."
Yes, this word has confidence in it, even stubbornness sometimes. Sarah, the word.
Regardless.
Regardless. Let's learn it.
Regardless means without considering something, without letting something stop you or change your decision. Something exists, a problem, an opinion, a rule, but you continue anyway. That thing does not change the outcome.
For example, it is raining. You go for a walk anyway, regardless of the rain. The rain exists, but it did not change your decision. You went regardless.
Regardless is about not letting something have power over your decision. Now the chunks.
Chunk 1. Regardless of something. The most common use. You name the thing that could have stopped you or changed things, but didn't. Regardless of that thing.
For example, the meeting starts at 9, regardless of who is late. The meeting doesn't wait. Late people exist, but that fact changes nothing. The meeting starts, regardless of it.
Or, she finished the project regardless of the difficulties. Difficulties existed, many of them, but she didn't stop. She continued regardless of them. Regardless of something names the obstacle and then dismisses it.
Chunk 2, go ahead regardless or carry on regardless. You continue doing something even though there are problems, even though people told you to stop, even though things are difficult.
For example, the event organizers knew the weather was bad, but they decided to go ahead regardless. They could have canceled. People suggested it, but they went ahead regardless.
Or, there were many technical problems during the presentation, but she carried on regardless. She didn't stop. She didn't panic. She carried on, regardless of the problems.
Go ahead regardless and carry on regardless show determination, sometimes admirable, sometimes stubborn. Context decides which one.
Chunk 3, regardless of consequences. You know something might go wrong. You know there might be a cost, but you do it anyway, because it is the right thing or because you have decided.
For example, he told his manager the honest truth, regardless of the consequences. Maybe the manager would be angry. Maybe it would cause problems. He knew the risk. He spoke anyway, regardless of the consequences.
This chunk is often used for brave decisions, honest moments, when someone does the right thing even though it might hurt them, regardless of the consequences, shows courage.
And chunk 4, regardless of age, or regardless of background, or regardless of status. This means this applies to everyone equally. No exceptions, no special treatment. Everyone is the same here.
For example, everyone is welcome in this class, regardless of experience. Beginners, welcome. Experts, welcome. No experience needed. No experience excluded, regardless of experience.
Or, the rules apply to everyone, regardless of status. The manager follows the same rules as the new employee. No one is above it, regardless of status.
Regardless of age or background is a very fair and inclusive phrase. It says, we see everyone equally here. No one is excluded. No one is special. The same for all.
2 stories. Mine first, about regardless of the consequences. A few years ago, I was working on a project with a tight deadline. My team was behind. We were not going to finish on time. And I had two choices: tell the client the truth early, or pretend everything was fine until the last moment. I told the truth, early, regardless of the consequences. I sent the email, I explained the delay, I gave a new realistic date. I was nervous sending it.
And the consequences?
The client was disappointed, but they appreciated the honesty. They said, "Thank you for telling us early. We can adjust." No anger, no lost contract, just respect for the honesty.
Regardless of the consequences. And the consequences were actually okay.
They usually are. When you do the right thing honestly, regardless of the consequences are usually better than you feared.
My story is about go ahead regardless. A friend of mine wanted to start a small online shop selling handmade items. Everyone around him had doubts. The market is too crowded. You don't have enough money to start. Nobody buys handmade things anymore. He heard all of it.
He went ahead regardless. He started small, very small. He made mistakes, he learned, he adjusted. 2 years later, the shop is his full-time job.
He went ahead regardless, and it worked.
And here's the important part. He didn't go ahead regardless because he was reckless. He went ahead regardless because he had done his research. He believed in the idea. The doubts of others were not evidence. They were just opinions.
Regardless is not always stubbornness. Sometimes it is clarity. You know something and you move forward, regardless of what others think.
Know the difference between ignoring good advice and ignoring fear-based opinions. One is foolish, the other is brave. Okay, let's finish. Regardless means without letting something stop you or change the outcome. That thing exists, but it does not have power here.
Your 4 chunks, regardless of something, naming the obstacle or factor that could have changed things but didn't, go ahead regardless or carry on regardless, continuing despite problems or opposition, regardless of the consequences, doing something knowing there might be a cost, usually a brave or honest decision, and regardless of age or background or status, applying something equally to everyone with no exceptions.
Homework today. Think of one decision you have been delaying because of fear, because of what others might think, because of possible difficulty. Write this sentence: I will do this regardless of blank. Name the thing that has been stopping you and decide, does it actually have the power you have been giving it?
Sometimes the most important word you can use is regardless. Move forward regardless.
Thanks for listening to Word Unlocked. See you next time.
Stay curious. Keep going regardless. Later.